Control structures. Sometimes you want to connect command in a series. For instance, you may want several different conditions to be met before you execute a statement. For example, if -f this underscore file, then if -f that underscore file, then if -f the underscore other underscore file, then I need to print all the files are present and correct. Means I want to test whether this underscore file is available or not. Also, I want to test that underscore file is available or not. And also I will test the underscore other underscore file is available or not. If all these three files are available, then I want to print a statement. In that case, we are using the list control structures. Sometimes you may want at least one of the series of conditions to be true, like the one that is showing on the screen, where we have some series of conditions. If space square bracket space -f space this underscore file space square bracket, then FOO equals to true. Elif -f that underscore file, then FOO equals to true. Elif -f the underscore other underscore file, then FOO equals to true. That means I want at least one of a series of conditions to be true. In that case, I need to write the conditions which are shown on the screen. If $4 equals to true, then echo one file exists. One of the file exists. Now we'll see the unlist, which is a construct that enables you to execute a series of commands, executing the next command only if all the previous commands have succeeded. The unlist syntax is shown on the screen, where it contains statement 1 and statement 2 and statement 3 and so on. In this, it will execute a series of commands by executing the next command only if all the previous commands executed have succeeded. The starting at the left, each statement is executed. If it returns true, the next statement to the right is executed. This continues until a statement returns false, after which no more statements in the list are executed. The AND operator tests the condition of the preceding command. Each statement is executed independently, enabling you to mix many different commands in a single list, as the following script shows. The unlist as a whole succeeds if all the commands are executed successfully, but it fails otherwise. In this script, we have used the touch command to check whether the file exists or not. If the file does not exist, it will create a file and then remove file underscore to. Then the unlist tests for the existence of the files and echoes some text in between. When you execute this program, the touch and rm command ensures that the files in the current directory are in a known state. The unlist then executes the condition, that is a file conditional -f space file underscore 1 statement, which succeeds because you just made sure that the file is existed, and because the previous statement is succeeded, the echo command is executed, and this also succeeds as echo always returns true. The third test condition, that is -f space file underscore 2, is then executed, and it fails because if the file does not exist, because the last command failed, the final echo statement is not executed, and the result of the unlist is false because one of the commands in the list failed. So the if statement executes its else condition. Now we'll discuss about the R list. The R list construct enables you to execute a series of commands until one succeeds and then not execute anymore. The syntax is as follows. That is the statement 1 or statement 2 or statement 3. Starting at the left, each statement is executed. If it returns false, the next statement to the right is executed. This continues until a statement returns true, at which point no more statements are executed. This R operator list is very similar to unlist, except that the rule for executing the next statement is that the previous statement must fail. Now, by looking into the example, the first two lines simply set up the files for the rest of the script. The first command -f space file underscore 1 fails because the file does not exist, and the echo statement is then executed. Surprisingly, this returns true and no more commands in the list are executed. The if succeeds because one of the commands in the R list, that is echo, was true. The result of both of these constructs is the result of the last statement to be executed, and these list type constructs execute in a similar way to those in C when multiple conditions are being tested. Only the minimum number of statements is executed to determine the result. Statements that can't affect the result are not executed. So this is commonly referred to as short circuit evaluation. So now we'll see the statement blocks which are available in the control structures. If you want to use multiple statements in a place where only one is allowed, such as in and R list, you can do so by enclosing them in braces to make a statement block. For example, get underscore confirm, and I want to test multiple conditions now. Like I want to test the grep command, and I want to perform cat command, and I want to do echo command, and I want to call a function, etc. So that can be represented in a brace. So this is called as a statement block. That means if you want to use multiple statements in a place where only one is allowed, in case of either and R list, I can use by using the braces. Now we'll discuss about functions. We can define functions in the shell, and if you write shell scripts of any size, you will want to use them to structure your code. To define a shell function, simply write its name followed by empty parentheses and enclose the statement in braces. And the syntax of the function is shown on the screen, where it contains the function name with empty parentheses followed by braces, followed by the statements that are to be executed in the function, and closing brace. Now we'll see an example which contains the special command line as the first line in the program, followed by the definition of the function, which contains a statement. I'm printing function foo is executing. So that is a statement that I want to print when function foo is called. And after the function definition, I'm writing some lines of code in the script like echo script starting. I'm calling the function. Later, I'm printing script ended with the help of echo statement. And at the end of the script, I'm adding exit command with some value 0. By running this script, it will output the following, that is it shows script starting, and after that the function call is made, so it prints function foo is executing. After that it shows script ended. Now we will see the same in the terminal. This is the file name I have created. The code in function.sh is I have defined the function with the statement echo function foo is executing. After the function definition, I am calling the echo command with a string script starting, followed by I am calling the function calling by echo script ended. Now when I execute this, it shows script starting, that is the echo statement, followed by it calls a function with foo, and the statement that is available in the function is function foo is executing, that is the echo statement that is available and that is printed as an output. And after executing the function, the statement after the function call, that is a script ended, is a string that is available in the echo command that is printed. We can make functions to return numeric values using the return command. The usual way to make functions return strings is for the function to store the string in a variable, which can then be used after the function finishes. Alternatively, we can also echo a string and catch the result, like the one shown on the screen, like a foo function, which may contain some echo statement. And we can catch the result of this foo function into a variable, that is result equals to within double quotes dollar within parenthesis the function calling statement. Note that we need to declare local variables within the shell by using the local keyword, and the variable is then only in the scope within the function. Otherwise, the function can access the other shell variables that are essentially global in scope. For example, you can make the following changes to the preceding script to see this in action. In the preceding script, in the function statement, I have only one line of code where the line is function foo is executing. Now I have modified the script, which contains a sample underscore text variable, which is initialized with global variable value. And in foo function, I have created the variable sample underscore text, which was initialized with local variable value and is created with the keyword local. And it contains an echo statement called function foo is executing, followed by echo dollar sample underscore text to display the value of the variable sample underscore text, and followed by echo script starting, followed by I'm echoing the sample underscore text variable. And at the end of the script, if you observe, I have added echo sample underscore text variable. Now we will execute this code in the terminal and we will see what is the output of the lines echo sample underscore text in foo, echo sample underscore text after foo, again echo sample underscore text after, that is at the end of the file. This is the file name, the code that is available in the file, so which contains sample underscore txt is a variable which is initialized with global variable as a value here. And within the foo function, I have created a sample underscore text variable which was initialized with this value, and it was created with the keyword local. Now when I execute it, we will observe after printing function foo is executing, it will print the value of the sample text variable that we need to observe, followed by after script starting, we need to observe what is the value, followed by script ended after that, what is the value of the sample underscore text. When I execute it, it shows after function foo is executing, it shows the value as local variable, and after script starting, it shows the value of sample underscore text is global variable, and after script ended, it shows the value of the variable is global variable. That means within the function, if you want to make the scope of the variable to be restricted, then I need to use the keyword local. The next script, that is a function return value.sh, shows how the parameters to a function are passed and how the functions can return a true or false result. After the shell header, we need to define the function s underscore r underscore no. That is a function header. Within this function, I'm asking the user to enter the name as a parameter in the command line, and when the command line parameters are passed for the function, the first line in the function, if you observe, it is your name dollar star, where dollar star will be replaced with the command line parameters passed by the user when we are executing. And while the condition is true, it will enter into the loop and it will ask the user to enter yes or no. When the user enters yes or no, that will be stored in the variable x, and that will be passed as parameter for the case statement, which will be checked with the patterns. If the pattern matches, then it returns 0 or 1. When x contains yes or lowercase letter y, it returns 0, otherwise it returns 1. If the pattern is not matched, then it asks the user once again by showing the message that answer yes or no. But I didn't write any read statement. If you have any read statement in the default block, then it will ask the user and it will wait for until the user is typing the character. Now I will show you the original part of the code. That is the main important part of the code. That is echo the original parameters, whatever that is passed for the program at the command line will be displayed here. That is the original parameters are dollar star. If s underscore r underscore no space $1. Now I'm passing the parameter with this line where I'm using this function name as a condition by passing some parameter $1. Then if the condition is satisfied, it shows hi, the value of $1 will be replaced here, comma, nice name. The $1 value is obtained from the parameters that we have passed for the command line program. Otherwise it will print never mind. Now I will show you the example on the terminal. This is the program I have created. Vi function return value, which contains the lines of code here. Now I will execute it by passing some parameters for the program, where I am passing the parameters as ABC. Hello. These are the two parameters that I am passing here. Enter. The original parameters are ABC, hello. When we look into the code, it will start executing from here because this is the function definition up to here. And here I'm the first statement to be executed is original parameters are dollar star. Then after that, the function is called with if condition, and the parameter $1 is passed for this function. And if the function returns true, that means is your name ABC. Here ABC means it is the value that is passed here in the if condition, that is $1, which is replaced with dollar star in the if condition. So the dollar star now contains the value of $1. So is your name ABC, because the parameters passed for this function are $1 only. It is not ABC and hello, it is only ABC. So is your name ABC is asked and it is shown to the user. And when we press yes, and it shows the output like hi ABC, comma, nice name. Because it returns 0, 0 means success, 1 means failure. So now I will show you the output. So when I press yes here, when I enter yes, it shows hi ABC, nice name. Because when I enter yes, the pattern is matched and it returns 0, so which is success. So that means it is returning true. That means the if condition is true. So if the if condition is true, the statement this hi space $1 comma nice name will be executed. So that $1 is replaced with ABC. Similarly, when I execute the same program and if I enter no, it shows never mind. That is how the functions will return value.